projects and how we are able to bless the people in Israel. And then I'll be able to show you around our facility here in Talpiot, and you'll be able to talk a little bit with the other volunteers. So, Bridges for Peace is a Christian organization that supports Jews through here in Israel and throughout the nations. And one way that we do that is through educating the church. We know the importance of what God says about Israel. It's a covenant land. He made a covenant over 2,000 years ago with Abraham, talking about how this was his land and that he was going to bring him and his people, his chosen people, into this land. And in Genesis 12:3, it talks about how, if you bless Israel, God will bless you, and if you curse Israel, He'll curse you as well. So we do that through educating the church. And one way that we educate the church is through our media aspects and avenues. Publications, we have several books that you are able to purchase. These are just books to talk a little bit more about how the church is a part of Israel and how we should become more acquainted with Israel and support Israel. We also have prayer books. We have a dispatch too, which you actually have in your chairs. And that goes out every 2 months. It talks a little bit about the news that's happening here and brings truth. So that's one of the biggest things. A lot of times the news has a lot of media bias behind it. And so we're here to bring the truth to the church and to the Christian population about Israel and what's going on here. So it's a really good magazine, newsletter, article. We also have the dispatch that goes, or not dispatch, the teaching letter that goes out every month. And this just goes a little bit more into teaching about the Hebraic roots and what the concept and how we are able to see eye to eye with the Jewish people. We also have our new updated website where you can go and visit to see all of the projects that we do here, as well as social media avenues, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, anything you can think of, we're on to keep you connected with Bridges. We also have study tours. We have 2 annual tours that go on here with Bridges. The first one is Solidarity, and this is where we go throughout a week, tour different places that you might not be able to see on a regular tour, and actually have conversations and discussions with political figures, people who have made their own social media, really trying to connect with other people and bring the truth to Israel as well. We also have the Israeli Institute of Studies, and that happens in May. And this is the major benefit of this is you learn how to become a Bridges for Peace rep. But we also are able to kind of see what goes on in Israel as well, and stand with Israel, but really have that in-depth knowledge and learning experience to really be able to go back to our nations and tell people what's going on in Israel and what Bridges for Peace is doing. We also have study tours and group tours as well, where it's kind of like what you're doing. You come and you're able to visit Israel, see what's going on, but then also have a connection with the people. And one way that we're able to do this and connect with so many nations is through our national offices. We have 8 different national offices. One's in Canada, one's in the U.S., UK, South Africa, South Korea, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. And then the headquarters is right here in Israel. And through these national offices, we are able to build relationships through the people within these nations. One way that we do that is we have discovery groups. When tour groups come in, we allow them to actually have a couple days to serve and learn. It can be anything from painting to packaging food to doing landscaping at different schools, and just really having that connection. So it gives you a little bit more in-depth feel of what's going on here, and you walk away with an experience that you might not be able to have elsewhere. We also have the Land of the Bible experience, also known as LOBI, and this actually gives you a biblical teaching during the festival time. So we have Sukkot during the fall, Passover in the spring, and Purim in the spring. So it gives you a little bit more insight and knowledge into these festivals and feasts that happen here in the land. We also have Zealous, which is our young adults project division. And this is anybody from 8 18 to 30 is able to come during the summer for about 2 weeks to visit the land, tour it. We have a lot of discussions with rabbis, political figures, so you really walk away with knowledge of Israel, but then they're also able to bring up the next generation to help and to really kind of step into this supporting Israel through a lifetime. We also have the call for the Zealous Israel Project. That is a 1-year commitment, and we actually have a video that will tell you a little bit more about it.
I really felt it was going to be a year of discovery and learning, so I came to Israel and the Zealous Israel Project with that expectation. What I wasn't prepared for was just how much God was going to reveal to me about himself.
I joined the Zealous Israel Project because I wanted to be a part of raising up the next generation to seek, serve, and desire God's heart.
I really just wanted a more authentic relationship with the Lord. Scripture calls Jerusalem the furnace, and so when I got here, it just shook me at the core.
I hadn't heard about the Zealous Israel Project, so I really didn't know what to expect. I knew it meant dropping everything and going to live and serve with people much younger than me. So that was quite challenging. God really had to impress it upon my heart strongly in order for me to step out in faith.
Zealous to me stood for something that is really at the heart of discipleship. When I started to share my struggles, nobody was as afraid of it as I was. Zealous comes around you and it says, we understand what you're going through, so we're going to provide you community. These people are going to become like family to you. We're going to help you in every way we can.
The Zealous Israel Project is a servant-based discipleship program committed to serve for 1 year with Bridges for Peace. We work Monday to Friday at the food bank or headquarters in Jerusalem. Everyone serves in different departments according to their own gifting and capabilities.
The coolest thing I've really experienced here has been the connection that I've had with the other participants, but not just that, the Bridges for Peace team as a whole. So not just the young people, but the entire Bridges for Peace team. They're so willing to speak into your life.
The thing that's unique about the Zealous Israel Project is that not only we get to serve in a consistent work environment, but we also get to go out on excursions every month, where we get to explore Israel in more depth than we would on a tour. We get to stand and walk through places where biblical events took place.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I ask myself the question, is it worth it? I just hear the Holy Spirit screaming, yeah.
The Zealous Israel Project focuses on connecting young adults' heart to God's heart for Israel, giving young adults the opportunity to experience the truth about Israel for themselves.
He doesn't leave us the same. He changes us.
Come and join this incredible journey of a lifetime.
I know being a part of the Zealous Project, it's been more than I can imagine, but we still have 6 more months to actually experience that. So if you know anybody who might be interested, or even if they're not, but they're just searching to learn a little bit more about God, this is the perfect program for them. Another way that we actually are able to connect with the people here in the land is through our vertical relationships. We not only have political relationships, but we also have the voice of the message. With the Christian Allies Caucus, we are able to go into this caucus and talk about what Bridges is doing in the community. And so that really shows the Jewish people here, how much of a blessing Bridges is being and what we can do to further that relationship here in the nation of Israel. And then we have our hands-on projects. The biggest one would probably be our food bank and distribution centers. We have 2 assistance centers, one here that you're actually sitting in, it's called the Jerusalem Assistance Center, and one in Carmiel that was established in 2008. The one up in Carmiel is bigger, it's about 4 times the size of this. And we'll go a little bit more into depth of what they do here as we tour around. But they go and actually package food for people who are coming into Israel, making Aliyah, to make it a little bit easier for them to acclimate to life here. We also partner with organizations through our food distribution. We have 54 partnering organizations that span from the Galilee all the way down to the Negev Desert. And 6 of those are actually Arab Christian communities that we're able to help. So our food goes out through all of Israel. And then we also have our adoption programs. The first one is Adopted Family. So as you can imagine, think about coming here. You only have 6 months to learn a language, to find a job, and to also support your family. This is very hard, and that's what the government allows them to do, is come here for the government benefiting them for 6 months. And then after 6 months, they're left on their own to find that job, learn more Hebrew, the language of the land. And so Bridges for Peace actually steps in, and they can become a part of our adopted family program, adoption programs. And they come in every week to pick up, or every 2 weeks to pick up their food that we are able to distribute to them. We also, as they come in, we give them a blanket, you can see over here, and a new kitchen set. So this allows them to kind of make a home here. And a lot of the people on this program are families or even college students or soldiers. So it's a really big blessing to them. They also get a copy of the Bible, or the Tanakh, as they would call it, in their language as well as in Hebrew. So that allows them to read in their own language, but then also learn Hebrew as well. So that's a big blessing. Anytime when they come in, you give them the Bible and they just start tearing up because they've never been able to read it in their own language. And so that just says a lot in itself. We also have the Adopt an Israeli Town. And a lot of times groups will adopt a town. And when they come in for a tour, they're actually able to go visit the town. We have 18 different towns from the Galilee to the Negev that are sponsored through this program. A lot of the food that goes out in the food distributions to the organizations are through this program as well. And then we also have the Feed a Child program. A lot of times, these families are coming in and they have 3, 4 children on average. And so you can just imagine having to pick up your life and move across the world or wherever you're coming from with these kids. And what we're able to do is, even if we're able to help one person in a family, it just relieves the financial burden and stress that can take to have to support this child. So we do this through the Feed a Child program. We actually are able to serve them hot lunches every day, and that kind of levels the playing field too as far as education. They're not picked on or bullied as much. We also are able to give them school supplies and books that they might need. A lot of times the teachers were printing off worksheets for them, and it still just made a difference from one child having a book to them actually learning off a sheet of paper. So once again, it creates an atmosphere of equality in the schools. We also, a lot of our donors are able to have communication with them. So during their birthdays or holidays, they're receiving gifts, and this just makes them feel very appreciated and just know that all the support is coming from Christians. And so that just says something. And as they grow up, they know that Christians help them through this education process. And they later go on to either university or serving in the IDF and become top in their class. Our next project is the Home Repair Project team. We have a team here in Jerusalem as well as in Carmel that go out throughout the cities, and they'll either repair furniture. I know recently, a couple months ago, they replaced a whole bathroom that was just falling apart, and the lady was just so gracious. It made it easier for her to actually take a shower instead of having to stay over a bathtub, and it was just cleaner and healthier for her to live in. They also put in railings. A lot of times the elderly people aren't able to walk down the steps. And as you can tell, there's a lot of steps, a lot of hills here. So it just makes it easier for them to get out of their house and actually go and be able to do the things that they're supposed to do, like maybe shopping for food or visiting other people who having to come here to pick up their packages. And one thing that it says in Jeremiah is that they will be restorers of your walls and repairers of the breach. And so you can just see how prophecy is being fulfilled through Bridges for Peace and how you're able to help in that department and project. We also have Project Tikva, which reaches out to many of the Jewish people in the former Soviet Union who are not able to come back over here and make Aliyah, maybe due to health reasons or their age. a lot of these people are elderly, and so it's just harder for them to travel. So we actually bring their needs to them. We are able to give them blankets and heaters during the winter. It gets very cold in that area. And we also help with any medical bills, medicine, and we supply some of the food kitchens with food as well. So they know that this is coming from Christian supporters as well. We also have Project Rescue. And in Jeremiah 16, it talks about how people will go into the land. There's hunters and there's fishers. And so we have people that are looking for Jewish people who are trying to return back home to Israel and make Aliyah. For various reasons, it's a little difficult, passport expenses, plane tickets. So they go out, look for these people, and help them financially through Bridges. And to date, we have actually helped bring 57,000 people back to Israel. And this is Bridges alone. There's other organizations that are still helping as well, but this is just through the support of Christians and Bridges for those. We also help with victims of war. Anybody who has been affected by terrorist attacks or war can break out at any point. So we are able to do this through cheer baskets or swing shiva baskets. And cheer baskets usually have some type of food, cookies, tea, also hygiene products. And it's just reaching out to these people who have been affected or even who have lost loved ones and just saying, we're here, we're mourning with you, and we're supporting you. We also have our medical aid, and many of the projects in medical aid, we partner with Magen David Adom, which is the hospital ambulance Red Cross service here in Israel. We have actually donated 2 ambulances so far. One is up in Carmiel and one is here in Jerusalem. And I remember sitting at the Carmiel donation service for this ambulance, and it was amazing just to see the gratitude that people had. I think it had only been here a month. It went through the U.S. and people prayed over it. And with it actually arriving in a month and being in service, they had saved, I think it was 98 lives and had 1 birth. So you can see just how one ambulance can make a huge difference in the whole mission of Israel. We also have the Save an Israeli Life. This is just where we partner with Magen David Adom, and we help in any type of blood issues that they have, just giving blood, to store up when something might break out as well as terrorist attacks or war. And then we also help with dental and medical aid. We assist the elderly in providing any type of tools that they need, wheelchairs, canes, walkers, and we also help with dental bills, any type of financial support that might be needed for some of these people in our program. We're there to help and make it easier to acclimate and adjust to life here. So, and one of the ways that you can be a blessing is through these different projects. Here's kind of the cost, the estimated cost of these projects. And if you feel like you would like to be a part of Bridges and just support the people here in Israel, you can either go online, or if you want to take up the tithes this morning, we can do that as well. So I just want to say thank you for coming here, and I'll show you around and talk a little bit more. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them as we walk through and meet some of the volunteers and really see the heart that these people have for Israel.
Do you have to have a